tell you what we believe about baptism. At the Waters Church, we understand that baptism isn't something that we keep private. It's not just a little ceremony that is for the family that you do in some back room or something. Baptism is something that you do out in the open. It's supposed to be done in front of a lot of people. The whole point of baptism is to get the gospel message of Jesus Christ out there. Baptism is a lot like a wedding. A wedding ring is not proof of anything. A ceremony isn't proof of anything, but it's certainly evidence that something has happened. I wear a wedding ring to let people know, hey, I'm taken. I'm proud of it. I don't care who knows it. In fact, I want people to know it. Baptism is an outward display of a commitment that's already happened. We don't believe that baptism saves you. It can't wash away sins. Jesus did that on the cross. If your sins are washed away, then they would go down the drain somewhere. I like to say that if your sins are washed off in the water, then they're going to go down the drain and go down the pipes, and they may come back up in my pipes, and I don't want your sin in my pipes, and you don't want mine in yours. So baptism isn't some sort of an act that creates a new reality. Baptism is simply an obedience step that believers take. Jesus told us to do it. He did it himself, but certainly not to wash off sins. It is a picture of what Jesus does in someone's life. Romans chapter 6 in the Bible talks about how baptism is not like a bath at all, but it's like a burial. In fact, the water kind of symbolizes dirt. You go underneath the water, and that's a symbol of an old life, and it's dead and gone. But the good news of baptism is not when you go under the water. I don't like to keep people under the water for very long. The word baptize means to go all the way under the water. It means to dunk, immerse. So when we baptize, we put somebody all the way under the water, but we don't hold them there for very long. We bring them right back out. That's where the good news of the gospel of Jesus is. In the resurrection, Romans 6 says that when we are united with Jesus in baptism, it's like we are united with him in burial, and we're also united with him in resurrection. When you come up out of the water, it's a symbol of new life. What Jesus has done, what he has brought to life. A person being born again, their spirit that once was dead now is sprung to life, and that spirit inside of us is forever living. So it's a really cool symbol. It's a really cool ceremony meant to be done out in the open so that people can take notice of what Jesus is busy doing in people's lives. He's saving people. He's changing lives. And baptism is a picture of that. It's a very powerful sermon, all preached in drama. Go into the water, come back out, a message of death, burial, and resurrection. And it's meant to be shared out in the open as much as possible. So that's what we believe about baptism.
We are the church!